Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Final Fantasy XIV. And for today's episode, and I think for the rest of the live streams, I'm just going to be doing main story quest. And then I'm probably going to be making YouTube videos for everything else, just because there's so much in this game that I can make a bunch of episodes all in one night. And so that's what I basically did for the past couple days. Really worked on putting together. I have a bunch of videos, probably about 6 to 8 right now, all ready to go. Because yeah, it's so hard to just do everything in the live stream, and then my crafting, whenever I'm doing crafting, it just takes forever, and then I want to do the next one and then the next one, and then just keep on going. So there's going to be things like you're going to see that's not going to be up to date or you guys haven't seen, because I've been doing YouTube episodes. So I'm going to have, I know I did crafting for my goldsmith because I do want to level this guy up. So I did like the 11 to 15 crafts, all of these. Did I do 16 to 20? Yep, 16 to 20. And then I also leveled up through the guild leader. So I'm all kind of caught up to level 30 other than the crafting. So yeah, level 40 Dragoon. We are going to the Bear and the Youg'uns Cares. Let me go ahead and show you where we are at. And main story quest. There we go. The Bear and the Youg'uns Cares. I do want to at least try to get to here. Hopefully Kao's going to be on and we can go ahead and do this dungeon together. I do have about 10 quests that I need to do before I can get to that point. So it might be an hour's time, hour and a half, hopefully not too long. What is up, Ben? And we are back. All right, so let's see where this quest is. Diane. Little Alamajigo. All right. Gotta make adjustments on the headphones because they're super loud, because I've been doing a bunch of editing and I need them on the louder part of things. So yeah, like these quests here, I'm gonna have episodes for them. This one really doesn't matter, but I'm gonna do side quests too. I'm surprised I haven't talked to this guy yet. And we probably need to go in the cave to talk to the old grumpy man. Gundabald. An outsider resembling your masked stranger has reportedly been appearing near the little Alamajigo of late. What's more, it seems that some of our young bloods are meeting him in secret. No doubt you'll want to question them about their tryst, but they are not like to yield the information readily to an outsider. If you tell them I sent you, though, they may well feel obligated to talk. Okay, really easy quest. Just got to go talk to people. Go get the truth from them. A masked man? No idea what you're talking about. I ain't done nothing wrong, so leave me be. Gundaball sent you. Listen, I told them it was a bad idea. All that tripe about believing the masked man, and you don't know anything about this? Why didn't you say so to start with? You can't throw the old bear's name around like that and expect me not to think I'm in for it. 2 more left. Looks like they are outside. Yeah, so smoke's back in my town. It sucks. Yesterday was really bad. Today wasn't that bad. I'm hoping that it kind of blows out, but I can't believe we're already back to the smoke, dealing with all that. And then yesterday, I mean, it wasn't that hot, but it was pretty hot. I think he's in the cave over here. I think it ended up being 90, but then we had to close off the house because of all the smoke, so the house was like super hot. And then it was nice last night when it started to cool off and all the smoke was going away. I was able to open up the house, air conditioning. It's just the fires up north. The smoke's coming this way. It was pretty, I'm not saying it was pretty cool, but it was pretty cool to fly over Northern California, Oregon, and you could see like the big old smoke plumes. Supposedly, I think the Dixie Fire is now like the 3rd largest ever in California history. So I think that's where we're getting our smoke from. And really from up in the air, it's not that far away. It's like in the Oroville, Lake Tahoe. I mean, I know that's kind of far from here. I mean, far distance apart from themselves. But yeah, I was able to see, probably being up where we are for the height of the plane, probably past into Nevada, past Reno and all that. I mean, I could see the tops of the hills. I don't know. I don't remember. It's already been almost, 4 days? Not that long. There's been a bunch of sulking about right suspicious, but I've got nothing to do with them. I know trouble when I see it, and that there's trouble marks me words. But yeah, I was trying to figure out, as we were flying back, what cities they are down below me, because that's the first time I've ever flew back from Seattle or even Oregon. So I'd never seen the Northern California part. And so I was probably able to pinpoint Eugene, and then there's a bunch of smoke everywhere, Northern Oregon, Southern Oregon. So I wasn't able to see a lot. And then I think I was able to see Redding, and then you could see the smoke plume off in the distance from, I guess it's right next to Weed, and then the big one west of Redding. What have I been meeting any masked men lately? Let me see. Nope, can't say I have, but I'll be sure to tell all my friends you're looking for him. But yeah, I hope no fires again. I didn't know you can go out this gate. Did I know this? No, I think I've always came in here and then running through the center section. I didn't know that opened up. So you have indeed confirmed my suspicions about a masked man. That is most troubling. Whatever you young ones are scheming, it can lead to no good end. There's an anger inside them. I can see in their eyes. I ought to know, for it once burned within me as well. 2 decades ago, the same anger drove me and my brothers to rise against the despot who ruled Alamajou, naught would do but to dispose him and usher in a revolution. Well, we got a revolution, all right, but it's cost us our freedom. Blinded by our hate, we did realize that we had been dancing to the Empire's tune. By the time we did, it was too late. Alamajou had fallen. There are times when a man must be patient. Now is such a time, though the young ones know this not, unless we intervene. They are like a committed great folly. If you learn aught of their plans, I would thank you to bring word to me. Get some of that high potion. What's up, Connor? How you doing? Go on, can't see, Alley Cat. And now that I do see this, I need a potion up here. And probably here too. Just in case. Next up, Wilfred wants you. Hey, adventurer, you've done talking with the old bear. I got a message for you from Wilfred. Lad's something of a leader among the young ones here. He's impressed that you've won over Gundabald and wants a word with you. Says he'll be waiting over at the Karagi area north of here. I know, I saw you logging in and out a whole bunch. It was like popping up in my corner screen over here. Connor's getting onto GTA 4. Connor's getting onto GTA 4. Why don't you purchase GTA 4 so you can get stuck onto another game? Connor's logging back onto GTA 4. No, I think you logged on like 10 times. This was earlier today. I was doing editing. Then it also probably looks better on PC than Xbox. Thanks for coming, friend. Just no ordinary outsider who can gain the trust of the old bear. That's why I wanted to meet you to discuss something in private. Tell me, why are you snooping about? Did the Empire send you or someone else? Kuro got your tongue? No matter whoever it is you work for, you meddling ends here. Get her. Oh yeah? You want to fight? I was ready for you. Now it's your turn, Wilfred. Come on, better challenge? You're stronger than you look. This changes nothing. Threaten us, beat us bloody all you like, but nothing short of death can make us give up our fight. We're going to obtain the power to bring down the Empire, and with it, we'll reclaim our homeland. Why are you scared? Running for his life. Yeah, GTA 5 is 100 times better on PC than the Xbox. Attacked by Wilfred and cronies, that they would go to such lengths for the sake of their plans of theirs. Left to their own devices, the young fools are like to harm others, if not themselves. We must uncover their agenda and put an end to their madness. You actually going to talk? Still not going to talk to me. Wilfred mentioned obtaining the power to bring down the Empire. Of what power could he be speaking? Bertolina, God preserves, what happened? I was out foraging when the Corpse Brigade came. They took me to their hideout and they whole while they laughed at me. They said that I suffered because I clung on to hope. It was wrong to dream of hope. Is it wrong to call ourselves Youg'uns? Do not heed such poisonous notions, child. Our dreams are what sustain us. Be strong. I swear to you, those villains will answer for their crimes in due time. But tell me, does anyone else know of this? Wilfred, he saw me outside. He was so angry. I must tell Bertolina. In the meantime, I need you to find out what the young ones make of this. I fear that they may do something rash. Certain the youth's intentions. Okay, not sure what we're looking for. I got to talk to those side quests, but I think all those side quests was already there. Riled lass. What those animals did to Bertolina is unforgivable, and to think they look down on us. Well, I'll suffer this humiliation no more. I'm with Wilfred to the bitter end. I'm not afraid of a few lizards. 1 of 5. Take their hunting knife. Don't see anything else. See if they place somebody up here. They did. Wait on Wilfred. If this plan succeeds, we'll have the power to lay the Empire low, to change the world for better. Might be a Gundabald's content to eke out in existence in the musty old cave, but I'll be damned if I'm going to spend the rest of my life here. Now, where is the Seven Hells? Did I put that bloody map? Got your knife. I mean, maybe the map's back here. O mighty Raglord, Lord of Destruction, we implore you, lend us your strength and put an end to the suffering of your people. Here to interfere again. Well, you're too late. Our plan is already in motion. Once we have the crystals, our enemies will pay for their crimes, and no one will dare oppress us ever again. Broken legs. Okay, no map. It's probably in this other circle. Oh, I see the circle disappeared. Map of Sandrak. Close. Gone, the whole lot of them. Then it is as I feared. They mean to take matters into their own hands. But what exactly is it that they mean to do? What's this? A hunting knife and a map of Sandrak? Wait, you said Wolfred spoke of crystals, did you not? But they couldn't possibly mean to. By the gods, this is rank madness. The young fools are untrained and unblooded all. They have no notion of how dangerous the Amajah are. They'll be butchered before they get within 100 yards of the crystal. They are headed east. If we hurry, we may find them before it's too late. Okay, back to Wilfred. Hi Yoda, how you doing? You're flying on Hawaiian Airlines? Flying Hawaiian Airlines? Can't wait to get another creature. Once when I beat the first section of the main story quest and then I'm able to fly, there's some characters that I do want to get. It's like $10, $12. It's worth it to have a better chocobo, yeah. Level synced. Wilfred, did you no others survive? This is all wrong. Getting the crystals was supposed to be the start. We are going to reclaim our homeland. We. Pull yourself together, lad. We were going to make an offering of crystals to Rygar to summon him, just like the masked man taught us. We plotted to sneak into Zankra and make off with the lizardmen's cash. But they caught us, and so many did. God forgives me. Heathens, you shall pay for your crimes with your soul. I regret our young one's transgression, but our soul is too high of a price for youthful folly. For all the failings, they are hope of the Alamishine people. This hope I will guard with my life. need backup. Too bad your backup's too weak. Can't handle this. Got some quest battles. When a powerful enemy is ready, a special attack during a quest, the area impact will begin to glow. Leaving the glowing area before the attack is initiated will ensure that you do not suffer any damage. If an NPC has joined you in a quest battle, he or she will often provide you with hints displayed in the special text or screen at the top or bottom of the screen. In addition to revealing of past events and the understanding of unlearned languages, the echo can provide you with extra strength. I don't know if they died. I need to rewatch that. I think those guys are dying over there. Duty failed. Who died? Who died? No clue. Okay, so let's start with these guys then. I'll leave that sorcerer guy alone, because it seemed like right after I killed them, we failed. Okay, so leave that guy for last. Your skills at arms is impressive, adventurer. Our wayward youths could learn much from a woman like you. The battle is won, but it would be unwise to linger here. Let us return to Little Alamajigo. Wait, we've come all this way. We have to get the crystals. They're right there, ripe for the picking. Have you learned nothing, Wilfred? Did you not see those tempered wrenches? Such is the faith of those who are touched by a god. Is that what you desire for yourself and your friends? What? No. No one said anything about the masked man told us we could defeat the Empire if we summon Rygar. He swore. Enough. I will hear the rest of the story tale back at Little Alamajigo. I dare say Flying will wish to hear it as well. Not really. Haven't even gotten anywhere. I don't even know why I'm checking. It's like mission number 2. No more lies, Wilfred. Tell us everything. I was outside with the others when he appeared, the masked stranger. He told us about summoning Rygar, about using crystals, and then he just vanished. We never saw him again. I wanted so desperately to believe that we could raise ourselves from this squalor that I never stopped to question his motives, but I should have known. There's no solution, nothing we can do to change our lot. Our people are doomed to live and die like beasts. Listen to me, Wilfred. Our home may be a loss to us, but it takes more than stones and mortar to define who we are. No matter where we may be, Alamajigo lives on within us all. It is for you to decide what to make of this legacy, but whatever you choose to do with your life, never forget that you owe it to this adventurer, an outsider. I promise. Thank you for saving me, and sorry I tried to kill you. My thanks as well, friend. It gives us hope to know that there are kind souls such as you out there. Little Alamajigo may not have much in the way of comfort, but you will always be welcome here. With that, we had more information to offer, but what Wilfred told you is the extent of our knowledge of the masked stranger. Left unchecked, that man will bring about great pain and suffering. I pray that you'll find put a swift end to the creature for the sake of the young ones who died by his poisoned words. Okay, gotta go back to Manipuli. I don't think this is the right person. I think this is Musoni. I think Manipuli's in Olda. Yeah, Mother Mioni. Not the right person. But I do have This letter here, that gives us a fast travel. Right to her front steps. Before I go in, sometimes Tataru, I gotta turn it into her. Welcome back, Flying. I am reliably informed the investigation took you to Quarry Mill and Little Amashigo. So tell me, were you able to learn aught of La Brea? Planted the knowledge of summoning in an oppression young minds, you say? Precisely the kind of deception the Asians would employ. While many of the ills that ail the land can be attributed to the calamity there, some are being brought about by a malign will. We must need delve deeper into this while things remain quiet on the primal front. All work and no play makes Miniflee a dull scion. Did you say something? Not my lady. Mayhap we ought to rest a while before speaking further of the investigation. Ready for the next. While you are attending to the business in Thailand, some new information arrived courtesy of our friends from the Syphilis. An individual fitting La Brea's description has been sighted in the North Shroud. This sighting comes in the wake of a series of mysterious deaths in the same area. My instincts tell me that our man is involved. I would have you continue your investigation where you left off. 12 willing, will pick up La Brea's trail once more. Noraxia can furnish you with the details. Pray speak with her and take it from there. As always, be careful out there. Walking one is to investigate, sinister one, then heed wells this one's words. This one is friends with Walking One in the Ash Crown Consortium. According to Friendly One and Digging One, named Medron, had an encounter with the scary masked one. This masked one is most certainly Sinister One. Walking One should go and speak with Digging One's Medrod. Digging One is to found at Fallen Ground Float in the North Shroud. I dislike them. That's why they're called the Syphilis. And we're going to North Shroud. Please leave me be. I'm not long for this world. I look death in its face. 'Tis only the matter of time before he comes for me, just like he came from that poor woman. Medoc is clearly traumatized. Perhaps if you were to soothe him, he might remain calm for long enough. Click on him, /soothe. You're right. It's not as bad as it seems. I saw something terrible, that's true, but that hardly means I'm going to suffer the same fate. Thanks to you, I can think straight again. I believe I can even recount what I saw without losing it. It was just another ordinary day. I was headed back to the float when I noticed a suspicious character in the distance. A masked man, garbed head to toe in black. He had a hideous fiend in tow, a winged creature that was all eyeball and jagged teeth. Taken by curiosity, I crept as near as I dare. To see the corpse of a woman, one glimpse was enough to tell me that she died a gruesome death. In the instant, I knew right away that the masked man was a minion of Thal, come to claim her soul for his realm. What? You're investigating the same masked man? In that case, we'll help you in whatever way we can. Aye, anything to ensure that we won't have to suffer Medos's hysteria ever again. All right, teamwork. That's what I wanted to. Wait, I haven't been that bad, have I? At any rate, I'm all for helping this adventurer. It's the least I can do to repay her for comforting me. You liked us feeling him up? So here's what I know about the deaths. All the victims were found with their faces torn to shreds. Among the local fauna, only the scalekin, known as Ziz, could inflict such wounds. That's why some folk are pointing the fingers at them. I somehow doubt that the answer's that simple, but for the sake of thoroughness, we should look into it. Why don't you put down, say, 3 of the creatures and see if you can find any proof connecting them to the deaths? Slay 3 Ziz. They are to the west. One, two, three combo. And it's actually 135. Don't think it was them. Six more till the dungeon. I think that's my main goal for tonight, is to hit that dungeon, get that completed. Because I still haven't even worked on my dailies yet. Have I? No, I didn't do the reset of it. So I can see I did everything again. Still haven't made oak patents like these top ones I still haven't made yet. But I did make quite a bit of money since our last stream. I want to say I made like at least $100,000. 100,000 gil. You already seen this is? Good work, adventurers. So, were you able to find aught to suggest that the creatures are our culprits? Nothing. Truth be told, even if there were proof, I wouldn't know what it looked like. Anyway, I believe we can safely strike Ziz from our list of suspects. We leave us with the masked man and his winged eyeball. Rock a Rancor. There's something else I've heard about the deaths. It appears all the victims have been comely maidens. I'd better watch myself, eh? Unseemly japes aside, there's a rumor being going around. There's some as whispers that after each victim died, her rancor went into the great big rock southwest of here, causing it to flash and moan. The bears investigating. I reckon I'm going to give you a fire sand stick to blow off a piece of that crag. The stick doesn't come with a fuse or anything, so you'll have to throw the thing. Once you've thrown the rock, a new one, bring back some of the fragments, and I'll give them a gander. And he's got a quest too. I think he's the second one after this, so let's just bring him up. There is something you should know. I have been keeping this to myself, that I worse Medran paranoia, but I, too, have seen the winged eyeball. I cannot say whether it was a coincidence, but my sightings took place precisely the same time as Medrod's. I was heading home after a day of digging when a shadow fell over me. Looking up, I found myself locked in a gaze with the giant eyeball. I let out a scream at the top of my lungs, and I ran without once looking back. This happened at the rocky area west of here, in case you had a mind to investigate. Glad I picked that one up, so then we can get those two completed. Getting close. Looks like I'm probably... So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 more missions to complete. Which one is this one? It's the girls. No, this is the guy's one. Seeing eye to winged eye. I think this person's doing the same quest as me. You on the spot? Oh. Item. 5 pieces needed to get picked up. See if that person's on the same quest, if she's in here. Is that the person? He? Most folks are too scared to go within 100 yards of the Rock Rancor. It has a name, but what's a few vengeful spirits to dauntless adventurers like you? Huh? Why are these just your garden variety crystals? 'Tis a bit hard to tell beneath all the dirt and grime, but they're definitely lightning aspects. I almost hate to say it, but that explains the flashing and moaning. Nothing to do with the masked stranger. Looks like I've gone and wasted both of your time and a perfectly good fire sand stick. Oh well. A monstrous Banamite appeared, and you slew it? The creature had long been a scourge upon the folk of Falgrad. Intentional or no, you'll have done us great service. You have my gratitude. But this does make me wonder, was it truly a winged eyeball I saw, or merely a trick of light combined with the blind panic? Power of Destruction. Okay, should get a faster mount when this one's completed. 2 more quests. There have been no promising leads in the murders. I can scarce get a wink of sleep, knowing that the killer is still at large. Judging by your furrowed brows, I take it this sorry business troubles you as much as it does me. I've been pondering my encounter. I was uncertain for a time, but there can be no doubt it was a winged eyeball that I witnessed. It's implausible that I could have mistaken so distinct a creature for a Banamite. But you and I were moms apart. How could we both have seen it at precisely the same time? What's more, our adventurer friend here had a run-in with the Banamite at the very spot you claim to see that fiendish eyeball. Is that right? There must be an explanation. I know I saw eyeball with wings. I wouldn't wager an apple tart on it. Host, he's serious, but listen, mayhap it's not as mysterious as we're making it out to be. There's no reason why there could be gods, of course. There must be more than one of those buggers. It's so obvious, but then that means since there have been repeated sightings of these fiends, then there must be even more victims as yet undiscovered. I do believe we're out of our depth. We ought to leave the rest to an expert. Yes, we're just civilians after all. Good luck, adventurer. It was a pleasure knowing you. Why, I was burned to know the truth, something our best left unknown. Lest you have forgotten, it was the rocky area to the west that I had my encounter. Should you discover aught to note, you will want to alert the authorities. There is a guardhouse nearby. The serpents there should be pleased for any information that pertains to the security of the region. think this one's inside the cave. Ouch. Looking for a corpse. A mangled corpse. Greetings, adventurer. Is there aught might I assist you with? R.I.P. Gods be good. Not again. No matter how many bodies I see, I cannot seem to get used to the horrid sight. Poor woman. Identical deaths have been reported in the central shroud, while the vast stranger you seek does not seem to feature in any sightings of the winged eyeball are common enough. The creatures appear to be moving their bodies, but to what end, none can say. The victims have all been young women. All are found with the faces mutilated beyond recognition. It's been difficult to identify them so as to notify their next of the button engraved with a lily motif. The very same object was found upon another victim, a family single, or that of an organization perhaps. This button engraved with a lily either way, I dare to hope that this find will prove pivotal in solving the murders. One more quest. Mount speed in North Shroud has increased. Okay, so when I use this here, we're going to be faster. Seems a little bit faster. Very little bit. Secret of the White Lily. I would have you to hold on to the lily button. You will need it to continue your investigation. While it isn't standard procedure to entrust key evidence to individuals, you have proven yourself reliable and resourceful in this matter. I see no reason why you shouldn't carry on your work. If I might make a suggestion, you may wish to take the button to Grenadia and have it examined by Muni. Mayhaps someone in her vast network of contacts can shed light upon the signal. Okay, it's probably going to be... She's going to tell us to go to the dungeon. Good morning to you, Flying. By grim expression, I suspect you aren't here for the scones and herb tea. What is this? Well, isn't this a lovely little button? The engraving is quite exquisite, artisan, level quality, I would say. Where did you say you found this? On a dead body? Lovely. Anyway, I'm afraid I do not recognize the lily signal. You will have to find the answer in the old-fashioned way by asking around. You could do worse than begin with Bernadette over by the Arethea Plaza. She has a sharp pair of eyes, that one. Need help tracking down the owner of a button? That's certainly not a request I receive on a regular basis. Well, go on then. Show me what you have. Seems to be some manner of decorative button reminiscent of those worn by families of old, though I cannot claim to know its sequel. Turn that off for a second. Don't want to get copyright striked. Alas, I do not know who would make a personal signal of it. If there is a soul in Granadia, who does? It would be Senegal over at the Lancers Guild. The woman makes a point of knowing all citizens on a four-name basis. Okay, so now that we're out of the ear range of the copyright music, heading up to the Lancers Guild, let's go check and see if I made any more money. I think I found like an item that was really good to sell. See if anybody bought it. Don't remember who I was selling it with. Okay, so I don't think I sold another one. It was these fang earrings. Did I put another one up for sale? I don't remember. But yeah, 4,750 for that. See how much money she's brought us. 13,680. We'll take that. Kaylee, what you got? These rolling berries are doing really well. And they were really easy to farm out. $96,000, very nice. I do need that. Because I do like to buy these tools here, the tailors, the jewelry for my crafting characters. Okay, time to go back on point. I get distracted whenever I'm in here. Like I want to go put more items up for sale. Start doing my crafting for my dailies. Bernadette believes that I can help you. Well, that is a rather bold assumption to make. I will try to assist, never to you fear, but whether aught comes of this in another matter, now then, what do you require of me? Fascinating. Works of this quality is rarely seen in the hands of ordinary Ghanaians. The owner of this button is most certainly well-to-do. You may wish to take your search to Gentry's Ward, northwest of here. Wait, a memory comes to me. Of late, there has been a man who is perpetually seated at the bench by the ward's entrance. His name is Ursendale, and I distinctly recall seeing a markedly similar button upon the breast of his jacket. I dare say he can tell you a thing or two about it. I do not believe we are acquainted. Pray lead me to my thoughts. the signal of the Dr. Core's family? How is this that you came to be in your possession of this button? From the body of a murdered woman, her face, was it marred in any way? I had feared as much. I can no longer feign ignorance. I shall reveal to you the truth of the deaths, but on one condition. You promise to put an end to my lady's madness and free her from her torment. All right, so this looks like where we are at for skeletons in her closet. Skeletons in her closet. This is what you need to get to the Hake Manor. Let's go ahead and show you. So we are, lost it, it's right here. Hake Manor, Ursandel, Skeletons in Her Closet. New dungeon episode coming out soon. I was once a manservant in the employ of one of the oldest and proudest families in Gridania, the Danticourts. During that time, I had the honor of waiting upon Lady Adamane, mistress of the household. Fair as summer was she, and possessed of a heart benefiting her radiance. Alas, the calamity wrought of great chance in her. Though my lady escaped with her life, death may have been a kinder fate. Never will I forget the day her badges were removed, and she beheld her disfigured face for the first time. At that moment, the kindly woman I knew ceased to be. Unable to bear the thought of being seen, my lady sequestered herself within her chambers and refused all company. This continued for many uneasy moons, until one day, without warning, she began receiving a queer request. None among us knew whence they came, these masked men, but my lady believed that they would help her regain that which she had lost. So began the rites of rejuvenation. The ritual seemed innocent enough in the beginning, but grew even more grotesque as time went by. Eventually, there came a day when my lady bound one of her handmaidens to her bed and proceeded to mutilate the poor girl's face. Suffice it to say, she did not survive the ordeal. It fell to me to dispose of her body. I performed the dreadful task as bade. Obedient servant that I was, but when the time came to return to the house, my legs refused to move. I knew then that I could not go back to that place, not after the nightmare I had witnessed. So it was that I left Hake Manor, my home, for nigh of a half a century. Long did I weep for a girl who was slain, and longer still for the women that Lady Adamane had been. Yet one cannot weep forever. I endeavored to put the matter behind me. Indeed, I had resolved never to speak of my experience until you appeared before me. My lady's madness must be ended, lest more innocent lives be lost. Lay her tormented soul to rest, as you swore to me you would. She awaits you at Hake Manor on the western edge of the central shroud. Go now, go and do what must be done. All right. There's our location. Fast traveling over. Hockey Manor now accessible. One of the party members does not meet requirements. Might be Armin Ben. Cool, another dungeon. I like the dungeons. Still waiting on one. While we're renting, I'll check some of this out. Another about 11 levels to the next one, Brave Flock's Long Step. Don't think I'm going to do that tonight. Can't tell who's who. Okay, gotta change my HUD real quick. So I only know where these are for my dungeon runs. Double uppercut power. Should use my special there. Number 6. All right. Good trick. So we don't have to run all the way back through. See if I can remember that. It's the boss fight. Ah, there. Love G, no. Cool, easy enough. And we gone. Darkness has taken root within these halls, sprung from the most unlikely of seeds. One cannot help but admire the irrepressible spirit that's quickened it to life. It is a pleasure to meet you at last, adventurer. You are every bit as intriguing as our master gave us to believe. It is no ordinary mortal who can acquire one crystal of light, much less three. The crystal makes you strong, and it is to that strength that the light is drawn. Hidillion, choose well. A pity that your existence is irreconcilable with our own. We cannot well allow you to continue upon your present course. Alas, we came here not to play, but to take the measure of your strength for Master Labrea. That task now accomplished, we take our leave of you. Farewell, you bringer. Fare you well, bringer of light. Think it's that time. Pretty much done reading. It's a lot of reading for today. I like that dungeon. That dungeon wasn't too bad. So let's see what we got for our next. Okay, we're currently here. Haku Manor. Not sure what the skeletons are, so I'm going to turn in this quest. Then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Speed up 10. So about 11 more quests to the next dungeon. And then it looks like we have quite some time, about 20, 25 quests to get to the dungeon after that, level 40 to 50 dungeons. Okay, gotta change back. Not sure what that achievement exchange is. You are returned. What sights awaited you with the manor? What has become of Lady Amadei? You must tell me all. So she went so far as to consort with devils. With that, I could have done more to prevent her fall. May she finally find peace in the beyond. I know not whether the masked men you encounter are the same pair that first led my lady astray, but it is plain that they are of some same vile brood. Should the chance ever present itself, promise me that you will visit upon them tenfold the woe they have brought upon others. But who am I to speak of the punishment? By my silence, I know not how many innocent young women die in the unspeakable circumstances. It matters not wherefore, through misplaced loyalty, cowardice, or both. I am a better to a gross crime. I will surrender myself to the authorities and accept whatever punishment they deem just. I only pray that gods will have mercy on my soul. Okay, report back to Minifida. And we can take the fast travel letter route. Get out of the way, fool. Welcome back. Full glad I to see you safely return. Tell me how you fared on your sorghum in the 12's woods. Two Labrea's minions, and they sought to measure your strength by their own admission. The devils taunt us. It is beyond doubt, then, the Ascensions have begun to move in earnest. With that, we know to what end. Yet I was not bemoan our plight. Thanks to your tireless efforts, we are at least aware of the encroaching darkness. Alas, we can only do so much. It is clear to me now that we Scions are too few to protect the realm against this threat unaided. We must need to alert the three nations to presence of the elusive enemy and recommend that they heighten their vigil. There's no shortage of misery in the world that the Ascensions might exploit. We have arduous struggle ahead of us. Yet come what may, we must now allow ourselves to become lost hope, for that is precious what the enemy desires. We have gleaned all we can from the information available to us. Let us set this investigation aside for the present. Another matter has arisen that requires your attention. Let me know when you are ready to be briefed, and I will summon the others. Quest completed. That's going to be the last quest for tonight. Skeletons. Okay, so the skeletons is just an achievement, it looks like, that we get. All right, so this looks like this is going to be it for tonight. For our next episode, we do have to talk to Miniflia again. Let's bring up my other screen. So we talked to Manifly, 11 quests, 10 to 11 quests. Then we go to the Breaflox long stop. Can't wait to get into that dungeon. I really like these dungeons and I want to get better at them. Bunch of episodes I have coming out for them. I have so much content that I can do for this game, or that I am going to do for this game. Why is my screen like super big? There we go, all adjusted. So yeah, within maybe tomorrow I might be on. I do start cross country up and coaching that again starting this next week. That goes on to probably December. So I'm going to be quite busy with that, but I'm still going to try to keep up with these YouTube episodes of this at least. I'll try to come on at least probably 3 times a week, but it depends, especially for these quests of the main story, because I do want to get a lot of these done, because that's like more content that I can start doing for the dungeons. I'm really liking our dungeons episodes that we're making. So I can't wait to get this next one up and done, the Hake Manor, and try to master that one. But yeah, with that, this will complete our episode for tonight. Hope you guys all have a great night and a good day tomorrow, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye, guys.